Hey, what's up? This is the Dogman THC here today to tell you about Metal Gear Solid 4. Bear with me, I'm fighting through a cold to bring you this, but I wanted to talk first a little bit about the multiplayer. They've changed a little bit since the beta. They've updated the speed so that the characters move a little faster in the online portion of the game. A lot of people's big gripe in the beta was that everyone moved along at a snail's pace. It's just not the case anymore. They fixed that. It's not quite as fast as, say, your run button on Call of Duty 4 or Rainbow Six Vegas or Battlefield Bad Company, but it's a different kind of game, and it works better that it's not that fast. You got to really watch. They've got the same maps as one of the older online versions of Metal Gear. But these maps have new areas, so you have to watch for these new areas that people are going to be hiding in. Don't think because you've played the map before that you know every place. I got hit in the first of this by a guy on the rooftop, and then I got hit right after that because I ran straight across the map back after him. You want to kind of move around the edges of the map and take cover on your way to places. Like here, I'm trying to move around the edges to get back to that roof where that guy's at. And then I'll come around to the ladder over here and I'll go up after him. You want to make sure that you reload as often as possible. I'm going to make a huge mistake right here. And when I kill this guy, I'm just going to unload in his dead body. I should have just left it alone or reloaded after I did it anyways, because I knew I wasn't going for him. I just happened on him. But, if you watch, sorry about that. If you watch, I'll get over here and I get in this fight, and this is something you really don't want to do. I kind of messed up, but it worked out for me because the guy didn't know he was being shot from right up here. That's another thing. If you're on the roofs, don't assume that you're safe. In the flashbacks, you can see here, you initiate those by pressing the X button or the L1 button during cinematics. This cinematic here is just a short one between him and the weapons dealer. They talk a little bit about some of the bosses in the game and who you're going to have to face as you progress through the single player campaign. It's a really rich story. They have cinematics like every few minutes, and so far I'm only on Act 2, and they've done something really neat with Metal Gear. PlayStation 3 has really long load times, so they made it so that after each act it'll install the next act, so you didn't have to sit there and wait for an hour and a half, 2 hours when you first got the game for the first act or for the whole game to be installed. It's just a really big game was the problem, so they had to do it this way to kind of cut back on load times and all that stuff. It really worked out though. The game looks great. This is just standard definition. If you can only imagine what it would look like in high definition, I can tell you it is awesome. I'm only playing in 1080i, but hell, that's good enough for me. I don't think it needs to be any better, but I'm sure you would enjoy it if it were 1080p. This game is definitely the highlight of the PS3. I've only had my PS3 for a few months, but I've tried several titles, mostly exclusives because I have a 360 also, and so far none of them measure up. This one is the PS3 seller right here. If you haven't bought a PS3 already, here's your reason to right here, because you won't get Metal Gear anywhere else, and if you're not interested in the single player campaign, the multiplayer is just off the hook. It's great fun. The game is full of lots of humorous moments. I've got a few at the end of this video. I'm going to stop here in just a minute and just kind of let the video go on. But there was one I missed in the very beginning. Was really funny. So experiment with your items and things you have. Sometimes funny stuff happens because of it. You just got to kind of pay attention to your environment too, because some things in there will trigger humorous little scenes that they've set up that they're kind of Easter eggs, I guess you'd say, but because you didn't have to play them like that, but if you did, you got this special little bonus scene. One of them comes up here in a minute when I'm rolling in the barrel, and there was one where I was touching a statue and the penis fell off of the statue. It was pretty funny. but you had to do that 3 times, touch the statue 3 times before his penis would fall off, and I didn't. I just happened to do it, or I wouldn't have known that. But it was pretty funny. Um, I guess the last thing I got to say is Metal Gear, probably my choice for game of the year so far. Still got a few good, huge releases on the way this year, but right now, Metal Gear Solid 4. If you don't have it, pick it up.
Breaking into those AIs from the outside.
But Liquid's got something in mind. You sure there's no way?
I'm just a gun launderer. Only reason I'm interested in you is because you start a lot of fires. All right then. You need me?
Back me up!